I wanted to talk today a little bit about how to manage through this coronavirus crisis that we're all going through. I mean, as a force majeure event, it is by definition unmanageable. So, every day is going to be a process of evaluating new information and making the best decisions that we can as leaders, both leaders in our businesses and leaders in our homes, in our communities. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about as you kind of look at your day and look at your week and look at the weeks ahead and try to evaluate what's the best decisions and way forward for your company, your team, even for your home, is to really stay focused on your sphere of control, your sphere of influence, and your sphere of concern. Obviously now there's so much going on in our sphere of concern. There's stock markets, there's obviously the virus itself and the infection rates. There's things like our teammates getting sick, our family getting sick. There's our supply chain and the impacts of that even though the infection may slow down, the bullwhip effect in our supply chains could be going on for months. So a whole lot going on in the sphere of concern. And you can really get caught up in there and get very stressed and get overwhelmed very quickly. So my advice is, you have to pay attention to what's going on in your sphere of concern, because that's what allows you to make better decisions. But don't stay there as you plan your day and your week and you interface with your team. Really focus on what's on your sphere of control. What is the work that can be done, whether it's virtual work, if you're in a production environment and people can't avoid getting closer. Are there ways that you can pull people off to do documentation work or safety work or other quality work that you haven't been able to staff before? Some way to keep everybody engaged but also safe. There's the virtual nature here. How can you do things virtually? Is there training that maybe even your production staff can do at home because they can't be on the floor? All of those kinds of things. What is within your immediate control, right? And then in your influence, really think about the time you're spending one-on-one or in teams with your team members, your peers, and even upper management. Like, nobody has the answers right now. Nobody expects you to have the answers right now, but sitting down one-on-one with your teammates and really listening and hearing them goes a long way. And being, authentic, showing up for them and saying, like, I don't know, but here's what we're going to do. And, to the best of our ability, here's how we're going to manage this. And then just keeping that communication going every day until this, crisis plays out and people know where they're at. There's a lot of anxiety across the whole nation. And obviously your team members are going to feel that when they bring it into work. But what is within your influence is how you interface with them and how they feel heard and understood by you as their manager or leader and as the organization as a whole. So hopefully as you look at this, next day, next week, take a look and try to divide the things on your plate or the things hitting you in this control and influence, and really stay focused in these two spheres as you're, letting the concerns come in and weigh your decisions. Stay focused in your work here, and you will be able to make a difference even though you're in a situation that in general is not manageable.